Hey, it's been a minute. I've been, well, I'm not really sure what I'll name the title, but I don't think it'll be exactly cheery, so from my tone of voice, you could probably tell I'm tired. I'm really, really fucking tired. I've been going through a lot here lately, and, I think I'm at a point in life where I'm just kind of done with everything, really, that bothers me, done with things that I just don't care about. Um, and I feel like, man, I always do this with crafting benches. I craft way more than I really need for no reason. But I just feel like I'm not, I'm just over it in life with so many things. I'm fed up with myself. I'm fed up with the current state of the world at the moment. And I'm fed up with so much, like I really don't have that much to complain about in life. I should be happy. I should be in a place and spot where I feel fine, but I just always have this, I just always have something going on with myself, right? Um, and I think I'm like mentally ill, is what it is. My mother, she dealt with a lot of things as well, and I might have inherited anything that she dealt with into me, you know. I deal with things like ADHD, rumination, depression, anxiety. I always have throughout my entire life. And for a minute there, I was doing really, really good. In 2025, I was really making great strides. And I'm framing it as if I've fallen, but no, I am definitely better these days. But in 2025, that was one of the biggest years of my life towards my mental health, because finally, it feels like I was able to achieve things that I've been striving for so long. But it's never enough for me, I I'm someone who has to live authentically. I'm someone who has to live with his heart, I believe. As corny as that may sound, like it's true. Like, um, I'll give you an example here recently that happened to me. It was only a week ago. I got fired from my job because I walked out. It's kind of a shitty thing for me to do, but I just couldn't do it anymore. Um, there was just some part of me that wanted to fall to the ground, and I just couldn't do it anymore. Like I was done. I'm just genuinely done. It wasn't a job that I particularly liked or anything, and it was a well-paying job actually too. Very well-paying job for someone my age, and lots of people would kill for that, And I just dropped into the bin as if it were nothing. I made a decent amount of money with it, but it just didn't matter to me. I was hoping that, because I used to work in fast food, and it was a job that I was hoping that I was like, oh yes, I'm finally going to have a better wage. And like, I still had so many bills. It didn't even fucking matter really, because I guess there's just so many bills you have to pay these days. There's always some shit happening, like your car breaking down or whatever, right? But even then, like, I was at least a little bit more financially free, but it didn't matter to me because I spent 12 hours a day working my ass off, just doing whatever, and man, when I decided a week ago, like during that day, a week ago, whenever I decided to quit, I literally just felt like I just could not do it. I felt like falling to the ground and just completely giving up. Like I wanted to die, pretty much, And I guess the reason is just like, I kept seeing my future. I kept seeing like, it doesn't matter how much money I make. It doesn't matter where I am. If I'm not doing what I actually want to do, which is not being here, then I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, And it's rough. It's really, really rough. Especially in today's job market. Like it's hard for me to find a job right now. I've pretty much have set my sights on just actually going for what I want to do now. Like if I'm going down this path, like quitting my job and living by my heart, or following my gut, or whatever any of that means, like I'm gonna truly go for it. So I'm trying to go back to college, but that's where another problem comes in. It's like, as I mentioned earlier, I have ADHD, and it's really, really hard for me to just be stable. I'm really not a stable person, at least not at the moment. During 2025, a lot of the strides I made was because of a deep, deep meditation that I have been just very into. I believe meditation is an insanely powerful tool that people do not recognize simply because they just don't. They haven't experienced what it can do for them, or they just have an idea of what it is in their head and refuse to do it. They just whatever reason. But I feel like neurologically, there's just sometimes things that you just cannot control. I take about like 15 supplements for my ADHD. I try to fix it with like Rodalia or lion's mane, ginkgo, bacopa, so many things, but none of it works. Not really. I mean, they help in other ways, I suppose, but my ADHD, what it does for me, it's not like a hyperactivity thing. What it does is actually it makes me tired all the time, and it fluctuates my mood, and my attention is really, really bad. I've gotten really bad, or really, I've gotten better with attention as I've gotten older, but it's just still hard. It's just still hard. And I've jumped from medication to medication because of this. I've jumped from, like, I started off with the classic SSRI, Zoloft, then I tried paroxetine, then I tried Prozac, Lexapro, Wellbutrin, and I mean, what was the one after that? It was just another one. And then my latest one was Aphex, which is venlafaxine. I forget the pronunciation exactly. And that, I think that played a part into my downfall at my job, because when I felt like falling down and just being weak, like I think that's like a side effect of the drug. So, I think what it did is it enhanced how I felt about my job, and it made it worse. And I basically had a mental breakdown, and I just couldn't do it. It made me realize, like, I just don't want to be here. Who knows where I would be now if I didn't take that fucking medicine. But, I've never had a medicine affect me like that. So I was really surprised to learn that. I kind of learned it today. That's what it does. And it's been making my depression worse, Like, I don't like to say I have depression, because I've cured a lot of things like that within me. But when it comes to your situation, and when it comes to environmental factors, like I don't have a job at the moment, and it's hard for me to read a book. I buy all these fucking books, and I want to read them, but I just can't, because it's so hard to pay attention. It makes me feel depressed. And with this medication, Aphex or whatever, it's been rough. I just quit today. I think I've been on it for a month. I told my doctor what it's been doing to me, and it's just, he switched me over to a non-stimulant ADHD medication. It's called Stratera or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm hoping this one will help me, because I really do. I just need the help. I just need help is all it is. Like, like I don't want to pull this card out, but society, right? Society demands so much of people, and when you suffer with things like autism, schizophrenia, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or fucking whatever, like, obsessive compulsive disorder, whatever you have, when you are dealing with all of these, almost extracurricular activities to the side, and in like a mental way, while you're trying to face your job or just do whatever you want to do in life, it can be so soul-sucking, because it just, like, when you want to focus your attention onto the things that you want your attention on, they instead are poured into maintaining and managing yourself, micromanaging yourself in little ways to make sure you don't do this or that. ADHD, an example would be like making sure you have a schedule, making sure that, you have alarms set on for certain things, or that you don't forget. Because like another thing I have due to ADHD is like a lot of memory issues, like just keeping in check, like, all right, make sure to remember this, so that you don't forget. It's exhausting. It's almost like I'm having, it's like Sisyphus, man, mentally, because I'm having to sit here and roll a rock when I feel like there's so many other people. Not that other people don't have struggles or anything like that. Everyone struggles, but it feels like other people around me are just able to clock out whenever they want, and it's fine for them. You know, they can go sit on the couch and watch TV, whereas when I go watch TV, it's hard for me to pay attention because I'm ruminating about this or that. And even though meditation helps with rumination, I still daydream a lot, you know? Like, it's fucking hard. It's fucking hard, and I'm sick of it. I'm so goddamn sick of it. I'm so sick of, you know, and this, I speak for a lot of people when I say, like, you know, like, when I hate to sound like, what is it, fucking Will Smith's son or whatever, like, the state of the world right now is kind of fucked up, you know? But it is, like, it's not fair. I can't even really see a real doctor. I can't see one. I just cannot afford it, you know? And I can't get food stamps while I'm not employed at the moment. And even when I was working in fast food, I was just fucking low wage. I just couldn't do it because there's just so many qualifications to get that, and I can't get health insurance. I can't get so much governmental help. I just can't. It seems like no matter how many loopholes I try or anything, it doesn't fucking matter because I just don't qualify for whatever fucking reason, you know? Like, I'm over here struggling and trying, like, busting my ass. I'm truly trying. I'm trying to find a job right now, a part-time job, so I can do that and help my girlfriend pay bills and then go to college and then actually do something I want to love. That way I'm not failing her or failing anyone else in my life, because if I fail myself, then I'm failing other people, you know? If I'm not keeping up with myself, if I'm not keeping up with myself of what I love to do, then I just feel like I'm going to fall to the ground and just die, because I can't fucking do it anymore. I don't want to be forced to work a job. I don't want to do it anymore. I am going to die someday. My mom died in 2024. She struggled with a lot of the same ideas and things I've dealt with. This idea of, you know, being forced to have to do things you don't want to do, or just the weight of the world. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the world telling me what to do, and I just want to do what I want to do, but there's just so many fucking hurdles every time. I'm currently in debt at the moment because of my mother. You know, she, like I said, she passed away, and I don't live in the state that she used to, or I guess she used to. I don't live in the same state as her anymore, you know, and I don't bring this up lightly because I don't like talking about my mother, but I am so fucking over right now. I'm just venting at this point, but I had to not waste a lot of money, I suppose, but just I had to waste like $2,000 to go see her, and I can't even pay that back yet. Like, so there's people in way worse debt than I am, but I can't fucking pay it off because there's always something else to pay off in this goddamn world. You know, they're like outrageous rent bills. I have a dog and cat, you know, and they love me dearly, and I love them dearly, and they help me throughout life because we just love each other, and I get to take care of them. You know, they're like my babies. You know, I'm sure a lot of people can understand that. They just help you throughout life. So I need them. I need to keep them around. But they do cost money. You know, thankfully not too much, but they do. And I'm fucking blind. I need glasses, so I have to go get some new glasses because my old pair of shit. Oh, look at that. My car broke down. I have to get that fixed, even though I didn't even ask for a car to begin with. I wish I just lived in Europe to where I could just walk around everywhere. But, you know, I live in the United States, so it fucking demands that I need a car. It demands that I need it. Oh, and by the way, you need car insurance. Oh, by the way, you need a phone bill to keep up with your work because there's group chats that you need to talk in. So even if you wanted to do something like get a dumb phone, you fucking can't, because you need to be in contact with your associates and everyone else. Okay, fine. But all this shit adds up, little things and big things, all the fucking time. So the things I want to actually do in life, I just cannot. Even when I had the better job, you know, like, I'll just tell you what the pay was. You know, I used to make $16 an hour as a team leader at McDonald's and Jack in the Box. But then I jumped up to basically $27 an hour, and that's fan-fucking-tastic. But I just couldn't do it. It didn't even matter. I still had bill after bill after bill. And seeing that pay grade go up, and then still just struggling, and then also just not caring about my job, and I'm going to work 12 hours straight like every other day, it is mentally exhausting. And I kept thinking to myself, thinking to myself, I'm going to fucking die. You know, it's extreme. It really, really is. Some people will call it edgy. I don't think it is. I think facing my mortality at the age 24 is important because I'm going to get older, and as I get older, I'm going to get more tired, I'm going to get more fatigued, but I'm fatigued because of my job, not only because it's physically demanding, but because it is mentally demanding. And when I get home, I don't want to do anything, also because of my ADHD, because I'm already fucking tired to begin with, but after my job, I am triple the dose of tired, and I just fall apart, and I just can't fucking do it anymore. I just can't fucking do it. Fuck. You know? Like, fuck. Just fuck. Just fuck. Life is a struggle. You have to fight for it. Suffering is a part of the equation. There is no way to get out of it. There is no way to not suffer. I don't get to live in heaven on earth and just, gallop in a field of flowers or anything. I understand that. I'm willing to work my ass off. But why is it that I was born into this world and now I am demanded to have all of these things that I didn't even want to begin with? I don't want all of these bills. I don't want any of this. And yes, it's naive to an extent to say that, I get to live in some convenience. I live in the United States. I have convenience. I have just things that other people don't. I understand. But I do get there are some trade-offs to that as well, And some of it I just don't think is worth it. I really, really don't, And I'm not trying to project here or anything, but with how technology is advancing and all these new laws are cropping up, at least in 2026, as I make this video with age verification, everything, shit is just getting worse. And, nobody wants to talk to each other anymore. It feels like everyone's more disconnected than they've ever been. And all of these corporations are taking over and trying to insert adverts or weird fees into every corner to do just anything. Excuse me, shit. Just ordering something online, but apparently there's a convenience fee. What the fuck does that even mean? That's the whole point of me using your goddamn service is for convenience. Why am I paying a fucking fee for it? Why does everything cost money? I have this very naive dream. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm very into mental health. I have been for a very long time. I either want to study chemistry or go into psychology when it comes to college. But I have this dream of starting a clinic or just getting to social services or something and helping people for free. Because I cannot stand how everything costs money. It costs money to go see a doctor, but it costs too much money. And it's hard to get insurance for a lot of people, so many people. It's hard to go see a therapist, to talk to a fucking human being, just to vent my heart out. It is so goddamn hard to do anything. You either have to find weird loopholes to get what you want, or you're fucking born rich, It is ridiculous, and I'm tired of people like me suffering because of all this bullshit. So I have this stupid, childish dream that probably won't come true, but I'm going to try anyways. And it's to find some way to help people for free so they don't have to come to me and pay for it. Maybe I have a job on the side. I don't know. I will figure it out. But my pain and my suffering is in so many other people as well, And because of how I've been feeling because of my medication and this breakdown I've been having, my love has been drained here lately. That sounds very, corny, I'm a loving human being, but yeah, I hear as I said before, because of 2025, I've been working myself. I have become more loving, and it is such a great feeling. But when you are just getting fucking beat down by everything around you, it doesn't feel good, man. And it makes you hate so much shit, and so much shit is built by humans and other people when all I want to do is love other people. But it's hard because you see all of this crazy shit happening in the world and crazy shit online occurring, and then people are fighting all the time, and people just want to be okay, and they don't know what to do. So what they do is they distract themselves by doom scrolling on TikTok or something instead of finding actual help, because it's hard to find help. It feels like everything is running down into the ground. But I understand that's me projecting to an extent. I understand that's just my outlook at the moment, There are plenty of places online, there are plenty of places in real life where there are good people who want to help and yada yada. But that's just how I feel at the moment, and I'm tired. I'm really, really tired, and I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like for once in my life, like, I'm stuck again, you know, like, I'm going to keep mentioning this, but yeah, 25, like a really big year for me, 2025. Fantastic. I have broken through so many walls. I can't even fathom how I did to an extent. I'm trying to translate it into how I did so that I can help others. Because I feel like the more you understand yourself, the more you can understand others and how things like thoughts and feelings work. But, you know, it's just, here I am again. And I think what's happening to me right now is that I'm just sick and tired of not living how I want to. Being stuck in my own shell because of mental setbacks or things like the external world just forcing itself upon me. And I'm sick of it. You know, I don't like, I've been saying this to a lot of friends lately because I've been venting about it, but something that resonates with me is something I've said, which is that, you know, it was really hard before working these shitty jobs that I don't want to do. Is really hard. And now the path that I have taken is probably, it's hard, it might be even harder, but it's a hard I'm willing to work for, you know. I think it's worth it. Because I feel like when you actually want to do what you want to do, like it's different. There's motivation there. There's, holy fuck, I'm alive and I want to do what I actually want to do. I don't want to sit behind an office desk, or I don't want to do this and that just because it's security and it's what I'm supposed to do or what I'm told to do. Like, you know, get a good job, get a good career, and that way you can be settled in life. But most of what I'm working most of my life anyway. So what's the fucking point? If I'm going to be working most of my life, I want to do what I want to do, and it's hard. That's even hard to do these days because college doesn't give a shit. You know, like it's all a scam. Everything is just a fucking scam. Like at least public college, I know that. Like community college, it doesn't care. You know, like this is a bit of a sub rant, but like college, for example, you know, like I keep saying the word, you know, I really got to stop saying that, but when it comes to college, you have to waste years of your life studying other classes that don't even cater to what you want to do in your career. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know? Fuck, I said it again. But seriously, why? Why am I wasting so many years of my life just because all of these assholes and these rich people run these programs and just everything? Why do I have to waste years of my life? Like, am I crazy here? I feel like nobody fathoms that. They just go to college because they have to, right? But they don't try to find an alternative route. Like, that's the only way. There's always an alternative. It's hard, but I absolutely refuse to waste like 4 years of my life going to college for shit that doesn't even matter. That doesn't even matter to my job. Why am I doing that? Why am I doing anything? Why am I going to a job 12 hours a day where I just want to see my loved ones more, just so I can, you know, have extra shit that doesn't even matter? Like, I don't care. I just don't. You know, that's my mantra today, I guess. I just don't care. I just don't fucking care. And nobody should have to. Nobody else should have to either. But, you know, I really do say that word a lot. But I don't know, man. I'm fed up. And I don't care if it's almost insane to go down the path that I'm going down at the moment of following my heart or whatever. But I just can't do anything else, because if I do anything else, I will lose my mind. I will genuinely lose my mind, just like that one night at work. Just a week ago, mind you, just a week ago. I wanted to die. I cannot tell you, like, that was the closest I felt to wanting to die. Genuinely. Like, I've wanted to die before. I feel like everyone's felt that. Life gets really, really hard. And, you know, you just think to yourself, like, man, sure would be nice dying right now. But when I was in that moment, I just realized I didn't want to be at my job anymore. It was a feeling of, damn, this might be it. Genuinely. Like, I might just give up. Because I didn't see any alternative at the moment. I was too stuck in my head, you know, like, obviously I was just going through it and I wasn't thinking straight, but man, fuck. The closest to anything I've wanted to do myself, like wanting to kill myself, basically, you know. It's terrible, but it's the truth. I really don't have much else to talk about than that, other than I'm really sorry for not uploading much. It's because of things like this that I've just have not been able to. I can't find the motivation to. And I'm just looking for contentment in life, you know. I'm looking, like, all I really want in life is just a home. Like, seriously, that's all I kind of want. And just a job that I like at this point. That is all I'm asking for. Because I just want to tend to a garden. I just want to do hobbies that I really like. And not be anxiety ridden by going to a job I don't like the next day. But instead, like, thinking to myself, like, man, I can't wait to go to my job. Or at the very least thinking, like, oh man, I don't want to get up for my job, but, you know, I like doing what I want to do. You know, I like my job, so it's fine. I don't need an absolutely outstanding job like being a YouTuber or anything. Like, that'd be fantastic, but, you know, I think overall I just want something that is fulfilling and not random and chaotic just because it's good money or anything. As crazy as that may sound to other people, you know, like, if some people might want to trade places with me, that's fine. Like, that's totally fine. I understand if some people don't really give a shit. That's okay. I get it. But for me, I just can't do it. I just can't fucking do it. So that's about it, really. Sorry for a lot of my worm talks being pretty much just depressing, but, you know, I don't really think I'm just a stable person, at least not yet, because I'm trying to make myself stable. Hello, friend. What are you doing in my household? But I think that's only because I just am basically soul searching, you know? So maybe the reason I'm not stable is just because I need to do this. I need to go through all of these things that I've been handling for so long. And so I think I'm not, like, mentally stable, but maybe I'm just figuring things out, you know? Sometimes when you're lost in the chaos, that's actually you searching for something more meaningful of what you actually want in life. So yeah, thank you guys for everyone who, thank you everyone who actually watches these and listens to me and genuinely cares about me. Like, I don't take any of it for granted, and I'm sorry if I don't reach out enough, but, you know, I'm just in a weird spot is all, and I hope it gets better. And I hope anyone else out there who's struggling as well, like, it will get better. Even if it's the hardest thing you've ever dealt with, there's always somewhere else to go. That's nice timing, but and if you don't think so, then just give up. Not in a bad way. Don't give up in a bad way, but just let go of the things you need to let go and realize, like, there's always change going on, and you can change, and that you are not stagnant. You can always change. I didn't think I could for a very, very long time, but I finally have, and it feels good, you know? That's why this is happening to me, because I just need change. Even if it's scary and terrifying, I'm still going to live. I will be alive, and I will live how I want. So it's my choice at the end of the day. So yeah, I bid you all farewell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.